Hey everybody, it's Doug here, Doug Mystic Guy on Board Game Geek, bringing you episode 8 of our playthrough of Darkest Night 2nd Edition, where I'm trying to figure out how we're going to win this. Our guys are kind of hurt, getting close to a showdown time, but we're kind of sandwiched in a bad way, and I'll explain what I'm talking about. So, first off, we got these 2 flux cages, and so whoever goes there is going to lose 2 secrecy just for entering the location. Then they have to fight these skeletons. That's not a big deal, but losing the 2 secrecy will put all of whoever goes there at this point, with the exception of the druid and the shaman, well, and the tinker now, I guess, would be at 2 less secrecy, and that's okay. But we also have to defeat these skeletons and the 2 flux cages, which require 6s for us to defeat. Then, I thought maybe we could gather in the swamp and have our big showdown there, but entering there loses a grace, and now all of our guys are kind of hurting on grace. Now, the Valkyrie and the Shaman are about to get a boost from that, because they're going to get the benefit of the Shaman's Totem, the Dove Totem, which will give them grace. Yeah. And then lastly, we have to take care of this desecration. We can't let it get too much more powerful. So while I would love to take the tinker and the druid and move them into the village and have the other 2 come to the village and face off the necromancer, hopefully there. I don't know if that's going to happen. So, we'll see. We're going to try. We're definitely going to try. But I think we're going to go one more round of things before we try and take on the necromancer, because we still have the ability to search the vaults up in the castle. And we still have the ability we still need to get rid of this desecration down in the ruins. So let's get started, and I think we will start with our Tinker, because he's the one that's going to take on the Shroud. So he is there in the ruins, so we're going to draw his event card first. And we did discard this Signs of Importance Mystery. I got to get that off the table. And he is down here in the south section in the ruins. So let's get the event cards out. We'll move some dice around, get some things placed nicely out here. Boom, there we go. What's our event? Hopefully nothing terrible. Twist of Fate. Roll 1 die and take the highest. +1 die rolls on the... Okay, well, this is going to be interesting. So, okay, let's roll and see what happens. Okay, so let's do this Twist of Fate, and hopefully we get a good roll. We need a 5 or a 6. 1 through 4 is bad. A 1. Okay. Well, the Tinker, that means the Tinker is going to be a -1 die for the rest of this turn. I'm just going to put that with his card. However, he's still going to follow through with what he's going to do and attack the Shroud. And I'll tell you why. He's got his Darkening Gadget, which gives him +2 dice in a fight. He'll deactivate if he loses a secrecy, which he hasn't. He will, however, lose it after he fights this Shroud. And then he also gets +1 die when attacking blights, deactivate if you move. So he's got right now 4 dice total, so he's going to have 3. And I think that based on that, we should be okay. So he's going to take 3 dice. He's got to get a 5 or better to take out the Shroud. Let's see if he can do it. We got 2 6s. Boom. So the Shroud is gone, and unfortunately that deactivates his Darkening Gadget, because he will lose a secrecy for fighting the blight, and that is done. So the Shroud is history, though, which is good because those things are nasty. And that is going to mark the end of his turn. So we might as well move on to the Druid, who's right next to him. Now this gives us the ability to get the desecration out of the way. But first we have to do the Druid's event. So what do we get? Looters. You can only elude. Win, gain 1 secrecy, failure, exhaust all your powers. Ouch, that's terrible. Well, the good news is he can elude. What has he got? I mean, other than his camouflage. He's got his camouflage, so he's going to elude with 2 dice. That's not terrible. And he's got to roll a 4 or better, so there's that. Let me see if he can do anything else. No, he's really stuck with this. So he's going to have to roll 2 dice to elude. He's a 6 and a 3, so he succeeded in eluding the looters. He actually gains a secrecy, putting him up to 5. That is awesome. So that was a good little event for him. Now he's going to attack the blight, and yes, so because the Shaman still has her Leer, which will reinstate all their exhausted powers, he's actually going to attack the desecration with this. Exhaust to fight or elude with 4 dice. He's going to exhaust that because he wants to get rid of this for sure. Now that is a tactic, so he cannot use that in conjunction with his wolf, his animal companion, but he can do this. So 4 dice, and of course he did. He succeeded twice. So we have gotten rid of the desecration. That does put his secrecy back down to 4 for fighting the desecration. But man, that was important because desecrations are really nasty. And that is going to mark the end of his turn. So we cleared the ruins of any blights that are there. And that is good. Maybe that's where we should try and lure the Necromancer down for a showdown and see if we can take him down, since we can get a relic. We haven't done it yet, but we can. Okay, now we have the Valkyrie and the Shaman. I think the Shaman's going to go next. So here is our Shaman up here. She's got her Dove Totem active. I'm going to take the event deck and see what event that she gets. Watchers compared to this. Oh, the track. Wow. So this is at between a 10 and 19. There's scouts, so you've got to elude with a 5. Failure, you lose a secrecy. So she doesn't have any specific abilities for eluding. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to roll. She's going to roll 1 die. Hopefully she gets a 5. If she doesn't, she loses a secrecy. Let's see what she gets. A 6. Man, wow. I gotta tell you, my luck on rolls has been pretty good. I don't know how well you can see that, but I'll get it out for you. It is a 6. Okay, and that means that she successfully eluded the Watchers, and now she's going to activate, as her active action, her Dove Totem. Now what does this say? It says roll 6 dice for each 3+. A hero at this location may gain 1 grace. So they can both gain some grace out of this by rolling 6 dice. We're going to do that. Okay, here's our 6 dice. Let's see what we get. We got womb 1, 2, 3. So we got 3 grace. So I think we'll put the Shaman just up to 2, and the other 2 will go to the Valkyrie, putting her up to 3. So now the Valkyrie has 3 grace, the Shaman has 2 grace, and we have deactivated her Dove Totem. And that's going to go back in her pile. That is going to be the end of that. That is her turn. Now we do have the Valkyrie. Now the Valkyrie, I'm debating on, she might sprout her wings, except she might fight too. I'm not sure. I think she's going to skewer and fight the... Now she's kind of limited because she has to get rid of this unholy aura in her space first. So we have to get rid of this because it reduces our chances of fighting by 1. She could do that, or she could sprout wings and forget it, or she could search. But either way, we're going to have to draw out her event card. So let's see what she gets. Grim Tidings, draw a quest card, roll 1 die, and determine its locations. Okay, so we're going to get a quest. We haven't had one out in a while. Hopefully it'll be something really helpful. Here's the quest deck. What are we going to get? Ancient Curse. Ooh, needs 2 successes. Roll 2 dice, 1 success for each 4+. Takes 5 turns. If we get it, we get a blue key, which in this case will be a mystery. If we lose, all heroes lose a grace. So we do got to take that down. Let's see where it is. Put this in the middle of the table right here and see what we get. It's going to be in location 4, which is going to be... Oh, interestingly enough, it is up here in the castle. Okay, so what we're going to do this turn, though, is I think the Valkyrie is going to search, because we do have the other castle event where the vaults, where if we roll a 5 or better on our search, not only do we get the bonus from the vault, but we get some other stuff too. And she doesn't have anything else to roll but just the dice, so let's do that. Putting out this die that rolls 6s all the time, see what we get. A 1! Oh no! So she failed in her search. She did not get anything out of that, and that's going to be her turn. Well, we don't fail very often, so I'm not going to kick myself on that one. Yeah, so that's all 4 of the players' turns. So now we're going to get on with the Necromancer's turn. We do have a... first off, we do put up the darkness track, but the good news is we no longer have, as we put that up to 14, we no longer have the whatever it is, the one that was bumping it up, not the Enigma, the Desecration, which was bumping up the darkness track by 2. We no longer have that, but we do have a quest on the board, so we're going to put a quest marker, a time marker on this one. That means we have 4 turns to complete it, but it's not that difficult. And then we have the Necromancer's move. So let's move the Necromancer, see where he goes. He's going to look. He rolled a 2, so he rolled really low. Who can he see? Well, from a secrecy standpoint, he can see the Druid. He cannot see the Valkyrie. He can see the Tinker, and he cannot see the Shaman. So he is going to move down to here. That is good, and he's going to drop a blight there. So let's get out the map card and see what we drop. So this is going to be in the ruins. We're going to drop spies. Well, spies just reduce our secrecy. I'll show you the spies. Here they are. You lose 1 secrecy each turn. So each turn that the heroes stay there, they're going to lose a secrecy. But I think we're going to prepare to take down the Necromancer as quickly as possible. All right. That is the end of the turn. So we're going to wrap back around. And, you know, I'm thinking. Who do we want to go first? Well, we're definitely going to pick up the relic, right? We got to pick up the relic. So, who's going to pick it up? I think, well, the Druid's got the most secrecy. So, let's go to the Druid first. He's going to draw a card. Now, he's starting his turn in the space with the Necromancer, so his secrecy goes down to 3. Then we're going to draw a card. Boom. Startling news, add a marker to the quest. If there is not one, add one. So we're going to add a marker to the current quest. That means now we have only 3 turns to complete that in. And then we're going to take the action of the Druid. And I think he's going to pick up the relic. That is his action. Okay. I know you can trade with people in space. I'm trying to remember, does that actually cost you an action or not? I don't believe it does. But retrieving a holy relic is an action. Well, we still have to get rid of the blight that's there. Anyway, so the Tinker is still there. He has not moved. Oh, and this event that he had on this card is gone. He's no longer -1 die. Now remember, with those 2 staying there, they're going to have to deal with the Lich that's tagging along with the Necromancer at the end of his turn. So we had to do that, actually. So he is going to attempt to elude the Necromancer's Lich, which gives him 2 dice. They're both 5s. Elude, fight, doesn't matter. But what does he get? He gets a 2/3, so he actually got hurt and is down to 0 grace. That was unanticipated. Yeah, I was hoping he'd get out of that. He's got enough dice to do it. He's got the relic now, so he's still at, I'm sorry, he's not at 0. Yeah, he's at 0 grace, so he can't take much more than 1 hit. However, I've been holding, we got this cheap death card of the Valkyrie. It says when a hero dies, they may lose their turn instead. That is awesome. So he's not dead yet. He has to take 1 more hit. I wish there was a way he could heal. Hiding does not help them heal. But that is going to be his turn. Now we're going to move to the Tinker. Let's draw the Tinker's event and see what we get. Gain a spark. This is call to action. Gain a spark. Draw a quest card, roll 1 die to determine its location, then add 1 marker to it. So we get to give this Tinker a spark. He's got 2. Pretty good. And then we're going to draw a new quest card. Let's see what that is. Ghoul Infestation. Requires 2 successes. We have to fight ghouls twice. It has 5 time. It's going to be in a random location. If we complete, we get to draw a search result. If it expires, there's a +1 to the darkness track. It says the ghouls have grown so numerous they're starting to attack the living for food. Call their number to keep the people safe. Let's roll and see where that's going to go. It is going to go in location 2, which is going to be down here in the ruins, and we're going to, there's a ghoul infestation in the ruins. We're going to place a time token on that. Okay, now we're going to continue on with the Tinker. What's he going to do there? Well, I think he's going to get rid of the spies. So he's got 2 dice right now to fight with. Let's see if he's got anything else. He could use his... No, he's not going to use his amplifier. Well, he could action, activate, optionally attempt a quest or mystery in your location with +1 die on any required roll. That's pretty good. Oh, Luminous Gadget, activate, roll 2 dice for each 2 rolled, gain 1 grace. He could do that, and then later he could activate while searching. That's the Luminous Gadget. His grace is 1, 2, but that means we'll have to defeat 2 blights next turn. I gotta think about that. Or he's also got his stabilizing gadget, which is we've seen a bunch of. That's gain a spark. That's from it's gonna be Kickstarter exclusive, by the way, if you didn't note. Or I don't know. I think I do want to get rid of the spies, so we only have to defeat 1 blight next turn. But if he fails, well, the spies. Oh yeah, I forgot that the Druid loot lost his secrecy because of the spies as well. But let's do that. Let's do that. Let's take on. He's going to roll 2 dice against the spies. So I had a serious debate. I adjusted this so you could see it better, but I was still debating going after the ghoul infestation. But we can end this in a turn if we're careful and smart. So let's roll and see. Well, we got a 6 buried under here, so he did get rid of the spies. The spies are gone. Now that does take away 1 of his secrecy, so he's down to 2. I don't think the Necromancer is going anywhere, which is kind of my hope. And then at the end of the turn, actually, he's got to deal with the Lich that is with the Necromancer as well. He's still got 2 dice. That's considered a blight, so he still gets to use his +1 bonus. And he failed, so he's gained... Oh my gosh, so my Tinker... Down to the wire, guys. My Tinker and my... and my Druid are both at 0 grace right now. That's awesome. That means the only one that we can save one of them. Let's see if they can defeat the Necromancer next turn. Whew, I got some surprises in store for the Necromancer though. So, okay, let's move on to the Valkyrie and the Shaman. Yeah, let's see what's going on up there. Let's see what we can do. We got to draw. Let's do the Valkyrie first. We got to draw a card for the Valkyrie, a Bargest. So we're going to have to roll a elude or 4 fight. If we fail to elude, we lose a secrecy. We're going to fight. We're going to skewer the Bargest. Here, let me go down here. This will work better. So she's going to use her skewer. She's got to roll 4 or better. She rolled a 6 and a 2, so she defeated the Bargest. And then, for her turn, oh, yeah. She's going to move. She's going to move here. I know that kind of sucks, but it's going to increase her secrecy by 1. So her secrecy is now up to a 3. And she's going to lose a grace, which will put her down to a 2. Yeah, not the best thing in the world, but hey. And then we're going to go on to the Shaman. I'm thinking about what the Shaman wants to do. Okay. Here's what the Shaman's going to do. So the Shaman is going to use... Oh wait, first we have to draw... Let's draw her event card. See what that gives us. An Electrical Storm. Roll 3 dice. Then pick and resolve 1. Okay, so we're going to roll 3 dice. And we're going to get to pick and resolve 2 of them. Sorry. Let's roll and see what we get. We get a 5 and a 5 and a 6. Or 3, rather. So a 3 is lose a secrecy. The 2 5s are exhaust a power if possible. So I guess we're doing that. She can exhaust a power, I guess. She'll exhaust her balance. She'll exhaust this. Okay. She's going to get it back anyway. And then she's going to also lose a secrecy. That puts her down to 2. She is going to use an ability. She is going to Spirit Walk, which says exhaust at any time to move to any location after the current turn you return to your original location. So she is Spirit Walking, so she's going to exhaust the Spirit Walk. She is going to appear here where her action is going to be to activate her Dove Totem. Right here. Okay. Boom. And then so she spends her turn there. Now remember, she wasn't there, so she doesn't lose the secrecy for the Necromancer being there. And then at the end of the turn, she's going to have to roll against the Lich. because she's there till the end of her turn. So I'm assuming she's going to have to roll against him. So let's take a look at that. So she's got the dove totem here. She's here, and she failed against the lich, so she lost a grace. She's down to 1 grace, which is okay. We're okay there. And then she goes back to her location. She didn't actually leave it. She just spirit traveled. And that's going to set us up for our next turn. And that's going to end the round. So that was everybody. Yes, that was everybody. Okay, now what we're going to do is we are going to move the darkness track up 1 to 15. So the darkness track currently is at 15. And then we are going to place some time tokens on. I'm not going to worry about these 2 quests, to be honest. I'm going to put one up there at the top and one down here. So both the quests now have time tokens on them, and then we're going to roll for the Necromancer. Okay, my hope is that the Necromancer stays put, and it's kind of likely because the closest heroes are, well, he rolled a 5, so he didn't see anybody. Oh yeah, he saw everybody, didn't he? Yeah, he saw everybody. So he's going to stay put, which is what I was hoping he would do. And then he's going to drop a blight there, so let's draw a map card and see what he drops in the ruins. In the ruins, he's dropping some revenants. Let me find the revenants. They are going to be somewhere. Here they are. What do revenants do? Well, we have to fight them at the end of the round. There are 5 and a 4 to elude, so they are there. We're going to take them out anyway, hopefully without losing anybody. And that marks the end of the round. I think, guys, we're going to play one more round because this could very well, and if all goes well and the creeks don't rise, this is going to be the end of the game. Yeah. So we are going to start with the Shaman, and I'm going to tell you, you'll see why when we get that going. So first off, we have nobody at 0 secrecy, so we don't have to, well, yeah, nobody at 0 secrecy, but here's what we're going to do with the Shaman. Okay, first we're going to draw her event card. Hopefully it's nothing terrible. Grim Tidings, draw a quest, roll 1 die. Okay, that's interesting. So we got another quest. From no quest to a bunch of quests. Masquerade. Spend 1 secrecy to gain a success during your action phase. If we complete it, we lower the darkness track. I'm not worried about that. It says, a loose alliance of masked bandits are marauding the area, infiltrate their ranks, and expose them to restore sanity to the region. There's another Kickstarter card. We are going to see where they're going to appear. So let's just roll. We'll just roll right here. A 1. They're going to appear up in the. This quest is up in the mountains. It only runs for 3 turns, and again, I'm not too worried about it because we're either going to win or lose at this point, I think. Well, not necessarily. If we win, we're in good shape. If we lose, we're going to have to scramble. Okay, so the next up, like I said, we're going to do the Shaman. This is not an action, but she is going to use her Soothing Leer, which will give everybody all of their powers back. So all exhausted powers are no longer exhausted. That includes Visions and Vines for the Druid. That includes the Spirit Walk for the Shaman. The nothing for anybody else. We're good everywhere else. Okay, except, oh, I forgot, when the Valkyrie moved to this location and lost a grace, I forgot to activate a card. You got to pay attention to these things. Rich in Spirit, when active, it activated when you take a grace. So there's that. Okay, now we are going to then play the Shaman first. What is the Shaman going to do? Well, that was her card, her event card. So she is going to play, sorry, not balance. She is going to play Spirit Walk. Exhaust at any time to move to any location. After the current location, you return to your original. So she's going to exhaust that, and she's going to appear, guess where? Boom, right there, where she is going to take her action to activate her Dove Totem. Okay? This is I'm going to try and keep everybody alive, so in case we fail at this, there's not a lot of death. So we're going to get to roll 6 dice. I'm getting them right now. Okay, there they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 6 dice we're going to roll, and for every 3 plus, we get to restore a grace to somebody there. Oh, my poor dice tower. We got 1, oh, that is a terrible roll. We just got 2. I'm going to blame it on the dice tower front coming off. I should probably re-roll that. That was not cool because I think the dice tower got in the, just bumped the dice. Anyway, I'm not going to re-roll it. We got 2. So I'm going to give 1 each to the Druid and the Tinker, so they will not die. That's not exactly what I had hoped for, but it's better than nothing. And then this Totem is gone. Boom. Well, it's not gone. It's just deactivated. Then she's going to have to first roll against the Revenants. She will attempt to elude the Revenants. I'm definitely going to have to glue this on, right? She's going to attempt to elude the Revenants. Do I want to use a Spark? Yeah, she's going to use one of her sparks. She's only got one left. So let's see what she gets. She got 3 and a 3. So she failed to elude the Revenants, which was only a 4. So she lost a grace there. That is not good. And then she's got to elude this guy here. This could be the death of the Shaman. We'll see. So she's going to elude him. She only gets 1 die, which she succeeded at. So she got away from the Lich, but she did take damage from the Revenants. And then after her spirit walk is done, she's going to appear back at the castle. Whew, that is her turn. Alright, now, let's see. We are going to go to the Tinker. Okay, the Tinker has his Surveyor gadget, which allows him to attack a Blight with +1 dice, and he's going to use as an action his Amplifier, exhaust to use one of your gadgets with +3 dice on a roll for its action. Okay, then what he's going to do, so he's exhausted that. That's going to put him up to 4 dice. I'm sorry, that's 3, 4, 5 dice total. And then he'll kick in one of his sparks to give him 6 dice in total against the Revenants. Now you know why I'm doing that, because if we don't destroy the Revenants, then we can't attack the Necromancer, and the Druid's got his vines to attack with as well, and sparks. So there's our 6 dice. Let's roll and get rid of these Revenants. Well, there it is. In the first roll, man, look at that roll. Wow, boom. I wish that was against the Necromancer. Okay, so the Revenants are now gone. He has destroyed them. His secrecy is down to 1, which is okay. Man, this is it, guys. This could be the end of the game, because next up... Oh, did I not... No, I did draw. He got the other... I don't know if I drew his event card. I don't think I did. Did he get the Masquerade? No, I only see 2 things for events. No, well, okay, well, I'm going to say we didn't. Jinx, spend 1 grace or turn all your dice rolls into 1s. Well, we're going to have to do that. So he's down to 0 grace again, but he won his fight. Okay, next up we're going to do the Druid. Okay, Druid event. Now he's got to lose a secrecy because he's in a space with the Necromancer. He's down to 1. The Druid gets startling news. Add a quest, add a marker to a current quest in play. Well, I'll just add it to this one here, so there's 3 on that one, since you can see it. And then, oh wait, I need to, before the Tinker ended his turn, because he could die from this, I need to roll against the Lich. He's going to get 2 dice. He succeeded, so he did not get defeated by the Lich that was with the Necromancer. Okay, now we go on to the Druid's actual turn. He is going to draw an event card. A haunt. He's going to, so basically he's going to use his visions. He's going to exhaust this. We're going all out here, guys. He's going to exhaust his visions, which allows him to discard the current event card and take no effect. Then he's going to use vines. It gives him 4 dice, so he's got a total of 5 dice. He's exhausted the vines as a tactic. And we're going to place this here. We're going to use his spark to give him 6 dice. And let's see what he gets. Okay, 6 dice, guys. 6 dice. Let's see if we can do this thing. Boom! Oh, well, he did do it. Boom! The front fell off again. I'm definitely gluing this together. But he got a 6, which is a 7, because he's got the relic. So he defeated the Necromancer. Ha, rah, rah, rah. In his final attack, because he would have probably died otherwise, he defeated the Necromancer in the ruins with... Oh, and I didn't move the marker, but we did spend that because we got the relic. Cost us 10. Yeah, so he rolled his 1-6, which is all he needed. He just needed 1-7 to defeat the Necromancer. I'll show you what I'm talking about here. You can see that the fight against the Necromancer is a 7. So, by the way, that's the only way I've ever seen the Necromancer defeated. I've never seen him defeated by bringing the 3 relics to the monastery. But I guess if you're playing on a tougher mode where it would be much harder to confront the Necromancer because of multiple darkness cards, whatever, that might be tougher. I'm kind of guessing. I'm not sure. So I don't know. Anyway, guys, that's the end of our playthrough of Darkest Night, 2nd edition. I don't know if I made any mistakes in this last couple of episodes. I filmed them back to back. I didn't suspect we'd be ending this time around, but we did, which is cool. And we were able to defeat the Necromancer. So we were up. We had our darkness track at 14. That wasn't too terribly bad. Everybody was really hurt. It was close. If things had not gone that way, the druid for sure would have probably been killed along with the tinker, because there was really only a way to save one of them. One of them would have died, and the shaman was close to getting bonkered too from having 0 grace. No more life left. So that ends the playthrough. Tell me what you think. Tell me, give me your opinions. This game can be pretty hard. It can be pretty easy. This wasn't too bad. I did not play it on the harder modes though. I think if I was playing with a bunch of experienced folks, I probably would try to play it on a harder mode to give ourselves a greater challenge. Since if a bunch of people play this, they kind of know the way to get to the Necromancer and get him killed. But anyway, it's a fun game. It's one of my favorite co-op games. It feels very thematic. The Valkyrie was on her way, but didn't quite make it. So, yeah, defeated the Necromancer in episode 8. What is it, 8? Yeah, woo! Okay, guys, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. What's next? Well, I'm not 100% sure. I am going to be doing a preview of a game called Vikings Gone Wild, which is coming out soon. I think that will be next on the table. That's going to be a preview video. It's not going to be a horribly long playthrough. It is a competitive game, not a cooperative game. So I'll play it to the end if people get excited about it. But I'll definitely give you a very, very good overview. It's a deck builder with some other elements to it. I like deck builders anyway, so it should be fun. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for all the support. I can never tell you enough how much I appreciate it and the evolution of my channel. It's been so much fun. Yeah, so I don't have any special channels for you today because I filmed back to back and I talked about them in the last one. I will say Robert Darcy has been posting Shadows of Brimstone episodes pretty quickly. Oh, and Cat Weasel started his playthrough of Arkham Horror, a new one. So jump on that. There you go. So that's Cat Weasel on YouTube and on Board Game Geek. So enjoy that. What Fat Nasty Nerd, I think is what it is. Yes, Fat Nasty Nerd also did a playthrough of Rum and Bones. So those are some fun ones to look at. Again, thanks. Talk to you soon.